Abusuya be 1 week pe and abronye DC. Ekotena ye radio station bi ewo Kumase na ensem abusuya okafa eye Honorable Kennedy akompre ko Agyapon ho abusuya enhyeda nyasem ketwa bi hu abronye ewo in this situation say na nyabere emo fire eye obi mpose da abusuya eno ano kan sembe bebredi fa Kennedy ho se be oye kontomponi eye bayfo kyese utimu se oye kobre kwa kyese opese oye niema de tia eye NPP monyuko na busia enu twa mu na Honorable Kennedy enso akwakotenam ewo radio station na enkyeremu ni secret abusia epiepie eni kyese fire for fire ekoso sese na busia enya asem keto akora Honorable Kennedy edi nsem bi ababa begu abusia Kennedy nsam any info a Kennedy dey be go on abusia wanye careful a MPP monyuko ni hwedie fire pa ene ekoso abusia yenya branye nkotie Honorable Kennedy reply kese a wode ama abronye enya asepketo ye ba ebeto aso edamam.
I needed to respond swiftly and spontaneously, and the same language should be used to check him. Somebody that I have fed, I've given him cars. I spent 480,000 on his campaign. This man told me Bawumia has brought a northerner to unseat him, so he needed help. I gave him 480,000. You should go and ask my nephew or Safu and Eduse. So I was surprised.
You mean Abronya DC told you this?
Yeah, I'm saying that I have done all this for him, but because of politics, he stood in front of the people, party people, to disrespect me. And people are saying, you don't have to say anything. A man that you have fed before comes openly because of politics to diss you, and everybody says quiet. Then this is not Agyapon. Agyapon is faking to be president. I want to be natural. I want to be real. I want to prove to Ghanaians that I am a swift decision maker. I can take and I'm bold and take responsibility for everything that goes wrong. I will not shy away. I needed to respond. But based on Brekum and what has happened last night, I think it's better I withdraw. That is why I'm pulling out, because the safety of my entourage is not going to be protected. They are not going to be protected. That is why I'm pulling out.
Did I hear you say that you are withdrawing from the Thank You tour?
Yes.
Why?
Because if anybody who supports me is under threat, there's a gentleman here. When he shows you the video, they said he's a relative of President Akufo-Addo. And the threats, I can't protect all of them. I need to go back. But I want to assure Bawumia's group that I am going to regroup. And you see, all the strength you are pulling, why didn't you pull that strength and fast on NDC and you were running away? You were running away. Look at what NDC did. And you guys were running away. You know, it is only NPP internally that they feel they are bold. But we started the party in 1990. And the Rawlings were able to resist. So it's not by violence. We are going to use wisdom. But if it's violence, well, I will not tell you what I'm going to do. Because as a leader and a commander, you always don't unleash your ammunition for your opponent to know your intention. Case closed. So thank you very much.
All right, Ken, please just indulge us for just a few minutes, if you don't mind, sir. You know,
people are waiting for me.
Just
a few minutes.
Just a minute, sir. Just a minute. You know, there are some people who feel that this whole idea
don't help us. Me, I'm preaching unity. If not, I would have retaliated either. I know the guy. I can take care of him well. But you same person, you go there and preach unity. Then you go and retaliate. It defeats the purpose. That is why I've calmed everybody down No, my security, they were furious because they know each other. And I said, please, don't let us spoil this, let's leave it. So that is what actually happened. And the gentleman is still at the hospital. That is why I said, look, the way things are going, what happened at Brikum, the way Abronye insulted me, he's a good friend that I've helped. But because of politics, he gets opportunity to talk to me anyhow. And everybody says, don't say anything. That I will not accept. If Agyapon is quiet, it doesn't mean I will let anybody take me for granted. That is not Agyapon. It means I'll be faking. The truth is truth, and I'll always defend it. I will not allow this guy to diss me the way he dissed me in front of people, and I could not say anything. And let me give you a reference. If you know Mike Tyson and his wife granted interview. And in the course of the interview, the wife insulted Mike Tyson. He didn't even understand it until they got home and they explained what the wife said about him. That caused the divorce. Okay? But I'm not illiterate that I don't even understand the insinuations Abronye was casting for me to be quiet. If you want to be president and people say things like this, you are not able to correct them, then you are not going to be effective here.
I mean, you see, people like Pargrave and Cole, I mean, sometimes we have to restrain ourselves, right?
Why?
I indulged in politicking. And you see, there's a bit of disingenuity there, right? Because Vice President Bawumia goes on and uses the word we in most of the things that he says. Now, when he says we, how does we translate into him throwing President Akufo-Addo under the bus? You understand what I'm saying? Because it's politics. And the thing is that because we have been asked to basically be restraining ourselves and everything, it's politics that is engaged in, right? But for me, it's actually quite rich that someone like Pargrave has the audacity and the effrontery to be writing and putting articles. Because me, the first time I saw Pargrave, it was a second time in Akufo-Addo administration. I was in 20,000 Yagaba. Does he even know the way to Yagaba-Kubori? What has he done?
But is he entitled?
No, but you see, but the point is,
even if he joined yesterday,
the point that I'm trying to make is that he is a beneficiary of work that we have done.
How?
And he enjoyed it, even became a government spokesperson. Has he even been to a demonstration before?
No, but you people tell us this. People tell us there's nothing in this government communication spokesperson.
No, but I'm just saying that. And now he develops an audacity, and he's questioning somebody who has campaigned for 16 years and become vice president because in his view. I'm just saying that in his view, Bawumia was plucked from somewhere and was made vice president, and he's supposed to be loyal. But Bawumia has shown his loyalty all along. And he has gone on and spoken about the fact that, yes, I believe in that. It's even on record to have said that history will be kind to President Akufo-Addo. So all that these people are involved in, are indulged in, is politicking. But we will not allow that to happen. Those days are over. You understand what I'm saying? Because as we speak, you take the election results, as we even in 2024, and you look at the impact that Dr. Bawumia had brought in terms of even areas where we have actually made gains that we didn't even have those gains, right? And so all of a sudden, because you are supporting a particular candidate, now you are actually sort of undermining the individual who has run as a but we know where his allegiances lie. But the point is, for a fact.
Okay.
And so when you're doing these conversations, if, for example, Pargrave was here and we're having a debate as to this is a candidate that you prefer and this is a candidate I prefer, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I respect that position. But for you to hide behind this whole attempt to say that he is throwing President Akufo-Addo under the bus when he hasn't done so, when he's on record to have said everywhere that he's gone using the pronoun we. How does we translate into throwing somebody under the bus? Do you understand what I'm saying? And again, like I indicated earlier, there's definitely dissonance. There's apathy, there's a certain level of inertia, there's all of these things that happens when a government is in government for 8 years.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And he is on record to also have interacted with party people.
Okay.
And some of these things are things that are of public, if you like, knowledge. Okay. And he's talking about it. And all of a sudden, people have issues with that. And for me, I believe that when they do that, it's disingenuous. You understand? Because people have a lot of things to say. But because we've all been asked to restrain ourselves and not go into the gutter and all of those things, that's why we are keeping quiet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like some of these things that are coming up, just because an individual goes into a thank you talk. You understand what I'm saying? And even, I mean, I'm trying to restrain myself.
Please,
you understand what I'm saying?
Because I want you to restrain yourself.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Because just because Bawumia is going to a thank you talk, people like Pygrave have a problem. Today, in MPP. Come on.
Who says that you are corrupt and a thief? Who says you? Who says that you are a corrupt person and a thief? Who never responding? Who says, oh, come here, plus in the young. And I said, my baby, I got you for your noon.
That banana, wait a minute, the Amaneka Kanaka Cran says, so Attorney General, so I then says, or any issues of bribery.
I want to remember no time. Who are Attorney General there? Who are Attorney General to me crowd? Who will put this in the mood at the Constitution? You are with your one ministerial portfolio, Ghana Constitution. I said, I don't want to go. The disposition is fast. If you are self and then you know, so be the assembly airport case, be a woman with them. My officer who you come for, like a taxation of boy, the general. What by a baby, I won't say. One year plus and some walking or can be called so cockatoo and paying donation if you will be home. And a car if you will be home. Ah, send it on your friend of Mr. Sledge, who said Dr. Sledge. Now, what do you know? I don't come here plus better. Now, come here upon that time. Now, come here plus winning fair. The who born national services in some no one young. What are you talking about? The who go back on a question.
And I say, who alleges must prove.
And you alleges what I'm getting who alleges. Who will say, when I was at one I am, when I could be out. Who will number one person away? Who will say, come here plus who born national services in some. No, more than away. I need to know what you know. Say, who don't know what yet them would hear. Or book from you, madam, you must read the press and say that I'm here to come and tell the world what he knows about NSS. What kind of nonsense is this? Who Attorney General? Who Attorney General? But now I wasn't capacity and fire. You have not got that strength to fire your own Attorney General. Oh, good gun anymore. How can he say, oh, I'm here plus now follow assembly, now follow both at the next time. Say, a whole Attorney General will be said, oh, you're corrupt, now we are corrupt. Now, you can't say, oh, you're corrupt, or you're corrupt. Oh, buyer, one can't say police in Chino at the crowd. What? Because corruption is a criminal offense. And the chief, you know, and also a criminal offense. And now who Attorney General now will prosecute on behalf of government in matters of criminal action. You yourself, somebody is accusing you that you are a criminal, and you are telling us, say, Nipa no can say because who could this car will be home for campaign. Now could this can say Nipa ne friend Dr. Sledge. Now Dr. Sledge in A+ anymore, and you know can say na say who could this car will be home. Now the campaign, now the car, now the campaign, now say a chrono dia, and you 276 our multi parliament no obiabo now one I can't